Scorpio.
Hello Scorpio, this is your forecast for April 2013, and we have an interesting scope for you this month because the stellium that we have been talking about these last couple of months, they're still traveling together, but they're now moved into Aries and your 6th house. So last month here of March, it was all about these new things coming in pertaining to your children. Big focus on children last month, or a new love relationship. Some of you took time off and just to have fun, which is also what the 5th house represents, self-expression and joy and leisure and so forth. But now it's moved into the sign of Aries, your 6th house for day-to-day routines. So it's like up and back to work after a fun time. And now, how can you make your daily life function better for you? How can you organize it better? What do you need to kind of put away that's not a priority so you can focus on and create this beautiful new routine of priorities now and for the months to come? And you'll have both Sun, Venus, and Mars, and the new moon in Aries. Later on, it will be joined by Mercury, which will come in, but not before the 13th. So the first half of the month, it's all about you. What you value, which is Venus, how you do it, which is Mars, you know, how you can pinpoint your directions and make your choices. And Mars in Aries, I mean, that's a double whammy because Mars rules Aries, so you get double energy this month. And the new moon is on the 10th, which is when you plant your seeds, and always think about it as mustard seeds, tiny, which have the potential to grow huge. So what is it you want to look at as far as your intentions? Well, if you easily find that normally throughout the year you can start out on a routine really well and organize things, and then after just a few weeks it kind of flows out and you lose that organization. What you can do now this month, and best way to use it, would be to reorganize, structure your home, your office, your closet, your garage, down to the T, how you really want it to be, and then put in the intention. I want structure and organized energy around me. Because when things are organized, it's just so much easier to think and create. You know, your mind is freer, because when you look around and there's clutter, it steals your energy right off the bat. So that's a very good intention to put in. And also health benefits, you know, better habits and so forth. That's also what the 6th house is all about. So think about that too. Now, some of you might have, a little early on here, even on the March side of Aries, or your April horoscope, will actually have come through some unexpected news, okay? Because these planets have then all moved over Uranus, which could have given some of you unexpected news. It being there in Aries, Mars having gone over there, Uranus and Mars kind of, can do a little difficult dance at times. Yes, it can be exciting, and yes, it can bring totally new things, but also it could be a little sharp. It could be, you want to be careful there so you don't have small little accidents. Talking about accidents, I'm sorry, I don't want to gross you out, but I punctured my eye today when I was doing my makeup, so it doesn't hurt though, just so you know what that is all about. but yeah, Mercury is still in the 5th house for children, and it has been retrograde. And if you're looking at this scope early, on the March end here, before April, Mercury is still going to be retrograde until March 17th. So until then, don't sign anything. You can, do your research and whatnot, and reevaluations of whatever situations. But wait till after the 17th. If you can drag it out to the 20th, even better. Just because we don't want to be in the shadow of Mercury either, as it turns direct. And this might tie in with one or more of your children. Mercury's in your 5th house, Scorpio. And so there might have been some issues needed to be addressed or worked with or looked into. And I think this is good. It's in Pisces, so I see how your heart is really welling up with this, with love and unconditional love. And but the universe has given you this extra little time so you can wrap this up to the best of your ability now before Mercury rushes on into the 6th house and won't be back here for another whole year. Okay, so anything there, make sure you get it done here by April 13th. Then we have the Sun is going to be conjunct Mars on the 17th, so that's a very active day, good day to initiate any kind of new plans, projects or whatnot, or even to go on a new date with somebody. I see it being energetic. Then we have on the 20th, Mars is going to move into your 7th house here of Taurus, which is partnerships, your significant other, you know, one-on-one relationships and whatnot. So that's going to be your focus from the 20th of April and into May. So this is where you're going to be spending a lot of energy. Venus is already there, has been there since April 14th. So when the two of them come together, it's like taking time out now from all other priorities and understanding that it's really time to focus on your significant other. Maybe you, Scorpio, have just been too busy and just had too much, you know, in your mind and on your plate, that it's so easy to take for granted your partner because it's like he or she can just, you know, cope on their own. I'm so busy over here. But you know what? You gotta nurture that fire so that the two of you can still stay strong for times to come. So here I will say, from mid-April and into May, that month, try to focus as much as you can on your spouse, on your boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, bring them breakfast in bed. Bring a flower to them. It doesn't have to be big, huge, okay? But just a little sign, that extra little touch will really work a whole mile. And then we have the new moon on the 10th. I spoke about that, those intentions. We got the full moon on the 25th, which is a super moon, Scorpio. And why? Because it's an eclipse. And the eclipses are traditionally known for being bringing in the power of 3 full moons at once. So it's like, even physically here on the planet, we might see very big tides coming in due to this. For you emotionally, this tide will be internally. It's coming up in your 1st house. So watch for those days just prior to it, because it looks like whatever you've been working on there in your relationships may now start actually coming back to you, focusing on you. It's the 1st house. 1st house is the I am, me, myself, and I house, right? And you got Saturn there, and we know that you've had extra burdens here for a long time now, Scorpio. So when the full moon is there, it's wanting to give you something back. Not just with 1 full moon, but the power of 3 full moons, because you so deserve it. Let's hope it's going to be good. You still have that Neptune down in the 5th house there for love, true love. I believe this will be a good full moon for you. And now it all depends, of course, you know, what you have in your birth chart. If you have squares, oppositions, well, something else can be eclipsed out of your life on this date here on the 25th. So, but the good thing is to be in control. Try to take charge of what you want to let go of. Chiron is there with Venus, you know, and this is going to be in your 7th house. So if there's been any hurt feelings, wounded feelings, you know, it's so easy to kind of pull up this guard, you know, so we don't get hurt no more. This would be a good thing to let go of under this eclipse. Because Chiron is trying to heal you, heal it, heal the past. And you know what? We can never redo the past anyway. It's gone. It's over with. So all we can hope is to really influence and live the now and project positive things into the future, so we may attract it. But don't hold on to grudges, Scorpio, okay? Because it will minimize your ability to actually fully be able to feel and open up. And this Venus-Pluto, this trine, the universe is wanting you to get a full cup of feelings, and you can only do that with an open and vulnerable heart. So eclipse it out of your life. You got the universe on your side to do that now this month, and you won't have that for a long, long, long time. And don't be afraid to live with no guards up. It's beautiful to be open, because life becomes that much more colorful. So until next month, I wish you well, Scorpio, and listen to your moon sign and rising sign, and I'll see you next month. Bye now.